Hello and welcome to the streaming Parson plays Heroes of Might and Magic 2, The Price of Loyalty. And yes, I will be saying that whole title basically every time. And the reason for that is because last week we had completed the Roland campaign, the arguably only campaign in the original game, because the original game only had the Roland versus Archibald, and you pick a side. But it's really just one campaign, right? But today we are moving on to the expansion pack campaigns, so I think it's only appropriate that I refer to the game via the full title. And now you're wondering, what the heck, the expansion pack? Yes, because back in them olden days, after all, this is a Throwback Thursday! And in them olden days, stuff like downloadable content or DLC didn't exist back then. And so, when they had to make an add-on to a game, they would have to basically rebrand it and make a, second game, but that's not a sequel. And we call those expansion packs. And lots of games had them, right? You think of Heroes of Might and Magic 2 obviously has it. Its sequel, Heroes of Might and Magic 3, had 2 expansion packs. And then a whole bunch of mini launch expansion packs. It's kind of hard to explain that one. And then other more, well-known games also had expansion packs. Warcraft 2 had Beyond the Dark Portal. StarCraft had Brood War. The idea that they basically made a sequel, but not really a sequel game, within a game, and called it the expansion pack. And Heroes 2 was obviously no exception to this. And now you see here, and I mean, it kind of makes sense now, right? So, in the original game, there was a series of maps that you could play, and then the expansion pack added a whole bunch of other maps you could play, so you can have a lot more hours, if you will, of playing Heroes of Might and Magic 2, to get your money's worth, because back then, these games weren't cheap, right? Nowadays you can buy these things, 15 bucks Canadian, or just over 10 bucks American. So it's not too bad. Of course, some people might ration out, you don't want to pay that much for a 25-year-old game, but, us old guys gotta play our heroes, right? So anyway, oh yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, so going back to the point about making an expansion pack, right? So you had to pay I don't know, back then it would have cost 40, maybe 50 bucks for the original game, and then they probably would have charged the expansion 20 to 30 bucks. So in total you'd be paying what, 60 to 80 bucks for the whole game, which is a lot. That is pretty steep. But I mean, that's how much a game costs nowadays anyway, a new game. So Heroes was no exception to that rule back then. Of course, at the time I'm recording this, it is basically not long after the Electronic Entertainment Exposition, or E3, and they released this game, or they were going to release a game called The Songs of Conquest. And I love how their selling point was hey, do you remember amazing turn-based strategy games like Heroes of Might and Magic? And I'm yeah, I do. That's why I'm doing this Throwback Thursday, my guy. But then they released, they're showing the trailer for Songs of Conquest, and I'm yeah, that's definitely up my alley. So we'll see, in 2022, Lord willing, that we're still here. I definitely would check that out. But anyway, tangent over. Now, of course, when there was the original campaign, it was just the Roland versus Archibald, which is basically more or less the same campaign. You just play as the good factions versus the bad ones. As in good versus evil, I guess I should say. But the expansion pack was very different. As you see, there are 4 campaigns laid out here. You have the Price of Loyalty, which the expansion pack is named after. You have Descendants, the idea of a genealogy of heroes. You have the Wizard's Isle, self-explanatory, and the Voyage Home, the guy's going back to his homeland. Now honestly, I don't know if I'm going to play Wizard's Isle for you, because think of it like this. It's kind of funny to think. It's kind of funny now that I kind of think of it this way. But like, basically, think of like from left to right is the easiest set of campaigns, right? So, Voyage Home is the easiest one by a fair margin compared to the next ones, which are like Descendant and Price of Loyalty. Now, I'm gonna say Descendants is a little bit easier than Price of Loyalty because I don't feel there's as much like funny shenanigans that like crank up the difficulty in Descendants as there is in Price of Loyalty. Because Price of Loyalty does throw some pretty steep like difficulty spikes at you toward the end of the campaign. But even with that difficulty spike, and you'll see it eventually when I get there, it is not as steep as this one. Like, Wizard's Isle just does like a whole like super jump on, let's make the game really, really hard. And Wizard's Isle does that. So I'm not sure if I'm even going to play it for you. Because of course, like, you know, I'm not running like an editing program to like edit all my mistakes if I were to play through Wizard's Isle. But we'll see down the line. With that said though, I think the easy route is just to go from easiest to hardest. You know, Voyage Home, Descendants, Price of Loyalty, and maybe Wizard's Isle if you guys really want it. But with that said, I think we're going to jump in and do Voyage Home, the easy one. It's not only the easiest one, but it's also the shortest one, and you're going to see that in a second. But we got some voice acting to go through. 90s voice acting.
On my journey to the Outer Isles for Lord Elberon, a sudden and ferocious storm wrecked my ship. I and a small contingent of the crew struggled to the shore of an uncharted island. Now I need to construct a ship large enough to make the voyage back home to the mainland.
Sounds pretty straightforward. I mean, the campaign is called Voyage Home. And now we have Scenario 1, Stranded, with 0 days spent because we're just starting. No awards, obviously, because we're just starting. And we have our choices here. But before that, we're going to read the scenario's description. So capture the town on the island off the southeast shore in order to construct a boat and travel back towards the mainland. Do not lose the hero Gallivant. So our choices here are the Nomad Boots, 500 gold, and basic scouting. I mean, this is a no-brainer, right? Like, the Nomad Boots has done work for me in like the rolling campaign of like giving me a lot of movement. And I never actually said this, but I think the Nomad Boots gives you the equivalent of like advanced logistics, which is 20% land movement. That's huge. Whereas like 500 gold would go by pretty quickly, and basic scouting is okay. It's not the greatest skill. But I mean, look at this. Like, compared to the rolling campaign, like in the rolling campaign, you had to play like 8 levels, and you. No, my mistake. I think you play. Yeah, you play like 8 of the levels, or something like that. You basically play through like 8 or 9 scenarios. Whereas like here, you only play 3. You have 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, which is interesting that this campaign, and this is where like the expansion pack tried to be different, right? I mean, you have to basically try and sell an addition, you know, a downloadable content basically, but you know, DLC didn't exist, so you have to convince someone to buy a CD or a compact disc for, you know, you youngins who don't know what that is. You have to convince people to spend like 20, 30 bucks. And so you better be able to make your game like, you know, stand out, right? Your expansion pack. And one way was to do like campaigns very differently, right? It's not just a good factions versus evil factions. But this one's gonna be pretty different. Kind of. You'll see what I mean when we get down the line. But the other thing too, to point out, is that the expansion pack did add a few things to the game. And this is one of the things where, like, in hindsight, I know some people would be like, really? People spent like $20, $30 to like buy an expansion pack that didn't add that much to the game. I mean, minus all the maps and the scenario and the campaigns, which you can spend hours playing, like, you know, I would. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's just dive into this. I'm taking the Nomad Boots, obviously. You have washed up on the beach after being shipwrecked. Your goal is to find a way home. A few paladins, yeah, not touching that. Alright, so here's Gallivant. He's Gallivant the Knight. He's level 1. Doesn't start with that much. He gets the boots because I picked that as my bonus. And he has regular knight skills, leadership, and ballistics. Now, his starting army is kind of interesting. He has 5 swordsmen, 2 war trolls, and a cyclops. So, we're gonna get a move on here. Look at this campfire while I'm here. 500 gold and 5 sulfur. Blue player, you have lost your town. Technically I didn't start with one, as you can see. Which, I mean, ooh, expansion pack being different, right? Scenarios that have a little, you know, it's not just you start with a town and beat people up. I have to find a town, or else I'll be eliminated in a week. Right, so yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna fight that. I don't think the starting force is strong enough for that. Yikes! Veteran pikeman guarding ore? Are you for real? Blue player, you have 6. Yeah. Alright, a bunch of rocks. Let's do this thing. Oh, I just realized this is bad. Okay, never mind. AI is really dumb. I'll take it. Ow. Nice. Ah, he'll be fine. Kill. Okay, the rocks are pretty easy to beat, though. Alright, chuck a rock at him, and the Cyclops' eye blast that I never get tired of. Look how much movement Gallivant has, though. As you drink the sweet water, you gain luck for the next battle, which I am definitely gonna need. After scouring the area, you fall upon a hidden treasure cache. You may take the gold or distribute the gold to the peasants for experience. I'm keeping the gold. Alright, there's a barbarian castle. So I'm a knight who also picks up barbarians. Ow. Oh yeah, we're back to this awesome music though. Let's get a move on here. Oh, that's awkward. I have nowhere to go with this. Now. For some reason, the wolves are vulnerable here. I'll take it. Oh, that makes it really nice, actually. Why it didn't hit the goblins? That's weenie dog. Alright, we got this. It's gonna be easy. Watch it. This is gonna be great. Ah. That is extremely satisfying. Alright, there you go. We got rid of those guys. We got a level up. I'm definitely taking estates, because more money would be pretty nice. Alright, what do we got here? We got some orcs. Oh my, are you for real? Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be rough. I have to make a pretty big choice here. Because I don't have a lot of ore, right? And it's blocked by all these pikemen. Which really, really sucks. I'll pick up some orcs, I guess. Pick up the goblins as fodder. I'm gonna pick that up later. Let's gonna move on. Got my town by day 2, that's really good. A bunch of halflings though, are you for real? This game is just mean to me. At least halflings are weak though. No, my war troll! That jerk. Kill the war troll, that really sucks. Look at the sawmill because I need it. I'm gonna need this too. don't have any spells with this guy. That sucks. Oh, nice. Okay. AI being dumb. I'll take it. Alright, now my guys are safe. Yeah, good thing the AI's bad. Because they always try to shoot whichever is quote-unquote the most threatening. But they forget my troll can regenerate health. I think I take the gold. Are you for real? I'm gonna pick up the Hut of the Magi here. There's a bunch of wolves here. Lots of wolves. Ooh, that's rough. Then I need that. And we're gonna pick up this Hut of the Magi. You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives there. He tells you of places near and far which may aid you on your journey. There's the eyeball, by the way, the Eye of the Magi. So the objective is to capture this town. Land's End. Or, yeah, Land's Edge. And this guy has lots of goblins and a horde of orc. And you're wondering, how the heck am I supposed to get there? It's an island, right? But you'll see soon enough. So we definitely want this bridge. Turn. Day 5. Now the hard part is how to do the next little sequence of actions. I'm probably gonna pick up these 3 trolls because I really need them. These goblins are not that useful right now. And I need to really conquer this. I should probably save before I try this. Because pikemen are gonna be kinda rough to deal with. That looks so scary. Oh no. Oh no. Why'd I do that? That's disgusting. Lose all those orcs, aren't I? It sucks. I'm gonna lose all the orcs, they're gone. No, not my orcs. If anything, the swordsmen are the expendable ones. All my orcs, that's so sad. Yeah, take that, you dumb nightmare. That's unfortunate. Kinda wish I didn't lose all those orcs though. Oh well, it can't be done, I guess. I really needed that. Okay, day 5, day 6, day 7. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. I can't really do much until the next week. 6. If I didn't lose that war troll earlier, I would be strong enough to beat that, but I'm not. Oof, it's gonna be a while till I get that strong enough as well. And so let's just skip some turns. Because Gallivant can't do anything right now. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm gonna just tell you now I don't need to build any fortifications. I'm just gonna slowly upgrade here. There's nothing else up here for me to get, right? I'm not gonna be able to beat those wolves anytime soon. Astrologers proclaim Week of the Dog. All dwellings increase population. Seems easy enough. Let's pick up some, let's leave the orcs for now. Get some trolls here. One swordsman is worth more than all those goblins anyway. Oh, they already bumped into several paladins. Oh, that just made it way harder. Okay, I'm gonna need these guys here. Need some goblin fodder. I really want this though. Ugh, 4 paladins and a crusader. You know how mean that is? Like, who does that to people? Still don't have a magic guild either, which sucks. Okay, that's good. Take that, jerk. Please stun. No one got stunned. The war troll's gonna die. No, my war troll. Okay, I think she can survive, right? Oh, come on. Wow, that's really unlucky. If he didn't get that good morale, I would have been fine. Okay, we're definitely taking a Pathfinder. Because I don't want to be slowed down by this sand. Definitely the gold. Now we gotta start building some stuff in here. Let's build a stashes so we get more gold, because we really need that. Let's pick up this stuff here. Ooh, 9 ore, that's really good. Pack of golems. I mean, after those stupid, whatchamacallit, fighting the paladins with the one crusader, I think it's gonna be pretty easy in comparison. Alright, you go here. And you just slowly shoot these guys down. I don't mind expending the swordsmen. I kind of wish I was able to expend them sooner. Because they are the expendable ones here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Come on, I can take him out, right? Yeah, boy. Yeah, see, easy. Okay, what day is it? Day 2? I don't know why the game did that for pathing, but whatever. Alright, so what do we got down here? I'm gonna build this pretty soon. I mean, that's just so good, right? There's no reason not to. War trolls are really good. I mean, what do they have compared to the regular troll? They have the same hit points, but I think they just do more damage. I think they get more shots too for their like range attack. Basic wisdom, nice. That's as good as those things get. We'll pick up the 1500 experience this time. Ballistics, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's pick up experience. Let's pick up archery actually. I don't need navigation, even though yes, there is water to go through, but it's not that important. I'll pick up a mage guild now that I have basic wisdom. Oh my goodness, lots of wolves though. I don't know if I'm strong enough for that yet. There's really nothing else to do except fight these dumb wolves. Oh, yeah, the expansion pack gives you a new set of saves. gonna automatically capitalize it. I forget it does that. We're gonna try this. Oh, poop. Alright, this is all. Oh. AI outsmarted me, huh? Alright, show off. Oh wait. Maybe I had to pull this off. Oh, come on. Oh, that's as good as it gets. Oh no, my Cyclops. He's gone forever. Oh, that's sad. The Cyclops gone forever. But he did not die in vain. He served a greater purpose. It's okay to lose those. I'm not gonna build this either because that's kind of pointless. I guess we're just gonna build. We're not gonna build that either. I'm just gonna try and get this as early as I can. So yeah, just don't build anything else for a while. D5, 2 silver. 1,000 experience. Pick up money, of course. Oh, the barrier's here. Oh. Oh, yes. I forgot that was here. Okay, yeah, so this is how you're supposed to get from here to here. You build a ship from this town. You take. Oh. I love that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some 10 orc. I'll pick up these goblins. Ooh, there's quite a bit there, actually. Lots of boars? Yeah, I can do it. I just beat a lot of tougher enemies, so this shit's gonna be easy in comparison. Alright, I'm gonna shoot down here first. Attack this guy. Attack this guy. Oh. Ow. It's dirty. Yeah, take that. They didn't attack the swordsman though, what a jerk. Oh, so one of the funny things. Okay, I'm gonna point it out next turn, but let's just take a look here. Day 6. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna run around like a dummy. So, okay. Old school games, right? And I'm gonna do this the boomer way because, you know, I'm an old guy, right? So, just give me a second here. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm grabbing a pen and paper. Because there's these, in the expansion pack added this interesting function where there'll be these funny colored gates. So here we have the brown barrier. Now what you have to do is, you have to do 2 things. One, you have to find, and you have to visit it. You can't like save scum this, because the game will catch you for cheating. And will deny you passage even if you know the password beforehand. Now you find the password in the Traveler's Tent. So here we have the brown barrier, and I found the brown Traveler's Tent. And this is something exclusive to the expansion pack. So I'm gonna go here. You enter the tent and see an old woman gazing into a magical gem. She looks up and says, "In my travels, I have learned much in the ways of arcane magic. A great oracle taught me his skill. I have the answer you seek. The brown keyword is illusion." Now, the game doesn't save this for you, so what you had to do back in the day was that you had to have pen and paper. And I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way, you know, because this is Throwback Thursday, right? So, illusion, case I don't think matters that much. But I'm gonna write it down with uppercase, like, illusion. And, you know, just in case, like, you know, for next week's video, when I have to actually use the portal, I need to remember the password. So, the keyword is illusion. Let's pick that up. Oh, that's good. And we're gonna go here. The hill fort. All the orcs you have in your army have been trained by the battle masters of the fort. Your army now contains orc chiefs. Oh. Oh, that's good. Except it's guarded by really strong units. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, so I'm gonna... What am I missing? 5 ore? Okay, that's easy to get. That's actually easy to get. Okay, I can do this. So first we're gonna give it this wood. Then we're gonna give it this sulfur. I don't know why I have so much sulfur. Yeah. And I'm gonna build this pyramid. Because I really want to start Cyclop production. And, Week of the Badger. The new week has started. Anyway, this is gonna be the end of this video. I know it's a short one today. Just to start this map. Maybe the next part I'll play until, like, the end of the map. Because I'll basically, like... I should be able to get this town in, like, just over half an hour, which I will do next week, or, yeah, next week. With that said, this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed Heroes of Might and Magic 2 on this Throwback Thursday. And I will see you guys next week. Have a great day, and God bless you.